Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is the 16th of April 2025, and the top news for crypto is the following. We will start today from Sweden, where what has happened is that there is a second legislator who is pressuring Sweden to make Bitcoin reserve. Let's say that what he basically says is that a lot of places in the world are examining Bitcoin as reserve. The US, which is a very big power, seems to want to do it, so why shouldn't we do it too? And from Sweden, we will go to the US, as specific companies that own Bitcoin, which are listed on the stock exchange. According to Bitwise data, these companies increased their Bitcoin holdings by 16% in the first quarter of 2025, as you can see from this table here. As a result, the total Bitcoin they hold is worth $57 billion, and as you can see from the candles, the companies are constantly buy Bitcoin. Despite all this, apart from Bitcoin, some companies are also buy other currencies, such as Janover, which buys more Solana and has bought another $20 million in Solana. As a result, the Solana it owns is now 163,651, and its share has increased by 1,700%. From where it was at $4, now it has gone to $74. And from our companies, we will continue to our exchanges and go to big exchanges such as Binance, KuCoin, and other big ones that have some problems with their services. What has happened is that all these big exchanges have many of their services on Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services was facing some problems, essentially as a result of a significant disconnection in the network, so also in the services of these exchanges. Below you can see the message from Amazon Web Services which says that there are problems. Despite all this, Binance and all the rest went to Twitter and announced that there are problems with the Amazon network. Despite all this, your money is safe, and the last message we have is that everything works normally, essentially. Moving on now from our exchanges, we will go to our currencies, and we will go to currencies that do not work very well, such as ZKsync, a layer 2 of Ethereum, for which hackers stole $5 million worth of ZK coins and disappeared. Specifically, a hacker hacked a managed account on the ZKsync network. As a result, as we said, he stole $5 million. We are talking about 111 million ZKsync tokens that were created out of thin air, as a result of which it increased the total supply by 0.45%. Let's say that according to ZKsync, the attack is described as isolated, without affecting user funds. Essentially, they have fixed this failure and are looking for this money, and it's no coincidence that we see that the price of ZKsync is in the red at the moment I am writing this episode. Moving on to currencies that are still in the red, we will go to Mantra, whose director's advisor plans to burn the shares that the team keeps in order to gain the trust of the community. Specifically, Mantra team has 300 million Mantra currencies, and if it burns them, 16.88% of the total supply will be lost. And all these currencies are worth $236 million at today's prices. This has not been done, but they plan to do it. And moving on from Mantra, we will go to Ethena, which unfortunately is leaving Germany. Let's say that Ethena is leaving Germany, as it failed to get the MiCA license due to regulatory pressures. As a result, the USDe as a stablecoin is not yet legal in Europe. Ethena will theoretically look for another country to be placed in Europe and get the MiCA license. And for those who are interested, the owners of the synthetic dollar of Ethena can no longer issue the USDe through Ethena GmbH, but the exchanges of USDe in secondary markets remain unaffected for the time being. So these are the last things we know about Ethena and its stablecoins. And for the last news of the day, we will go to Pump.fun, and specifically to Pamp Swap, which is Pump.fun DEX. It continues to strengthen as it seems to have processed $2.5 billion last week, which is an increase of 40%. And as we can see from our statistics, every day it has a bigger candle, so activity on Pump.fun has increased since it opened the live stream, and on its DEX it has as well. As a result, as we have said many times, this is very good news for the Solana chain, where the price of Solana is up 22%. Although the price of Bitcoin is not very happy, it is at $83,000. The price, as you can see, has not been able to break our resistance, and there are two reasons for this period. One of the main reasons that I have found, at least in the last 24 hours, is Nvidia. So basically, Nvidia stock fell by 8% after the US banned the company from selling its H20 chips to China. As a result, it owes Nvidia $5.5 billion because these chips were destined for China. Since they can't go, who will buy them? So this has affected the markets, and of course, the crypto market. However, if we go back a little further to last week, we will see that Bitcoin exporters are also selling. According to CryptoQuant, cryptocurrency miners in the crypto market last week increased their sales as the price of Bitcoin fell below $80,000. The company said on April 7th 7th that miners sold a total of 15,000 BTC, and this is the third largest daily sale this year, where all of these Bitcoins were worth $1.12 billion based on the low price of the day below $75,000. So these are the events that affect the price and geopolitics of Bitcoin. That wraps up the top news for crypto today. Is the 16th of April 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.